In a world full of noise and endless distractions, where the city never sleeps and voices compete to be heard, one podcast dares to cut through the chaos. Welcome to the Oracle 19 podcast, where truth meets thought and bold ideas spark conversations that shape our urban world.
Welcome to a brand new podcast. And as always, this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. We have different links to other affiliates. You can support us this way by www.linktree.com/Evolution of London. We do have a Patreon channel, which you have videos that's not posted on YouTube. And we have digital artwork, and we do consulting services as well. So that's www.patreon.com/Evolution of London. Now, if you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com or the Oracle 19 at the Oracle19radio.com. Now, you can shop online to our baby shopping mall. We have a whole wide range of products. www.evolutionoflondon.com. You'll find men's, kids, ladies' clothes, cologne, perfume, house products, and much more. Over 10,000 different products. That is evolutionoflondon.com. Also, evolutionoflondon.org. ORG for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. And finally, www.evolutionoflondon.store, STORE, for custom sneakers, games, DVDs, and more clothes and accessories, evolutionoflondon.store. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars from scented to unscented. Now, the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, vanilla, just to name a few. And if you want to place this order for these luxury candles over 35 plus burning hours, email the company Royalty 9 International at gmail.com. You will also find them on Instagram and TikTok. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. Again, that's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ, and if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. Again, that's DJ Panthro, PANTHRO519@gmail.com. He also do editing, video editing. You'll find his information in the description box of all major platforms. You can also subscribe to his YouTube page, DJ Panther519. There you'll find his link to his website for clothing and accessories. Subscribe, and share to DJ Panther on YouTube. You'll also find him on Instagram and TikTok, The Real DJ Panther. That's the D-A, The Real DJ Panther on TikTok. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. We have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube and continue to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. So like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel, as well as Mr. Evolution of London, which is our health and wellness channel. Like, subscribe, and share. Definitely will appreciate that. Kenzo Gang. You check out his album Discovery on all major platforms, as well as his single Adora. You'll find his music on YouTube, Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Music, just to name a few. More Kenzo at gmail.com if you want to book for him to come to your venue. More, MOOR, KEENZO at gmail.com. More Kenzo at gmail.com. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for creators, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London, both of those on YouTube, rumble.com, just type in the Oracle 19, and finally, www.theoracle19radio.com. Well, today's topic, and again, something that you find in our own personal lives, family, friends, and foe. Drugs destroy dreams. Drugs destroy dreams. And I want to talk about that. You know, it does impact our life, family, and future. Is a reality, a harsh reality. You know, drugs is even more rampant. Synthetic drugs, just, it's crazy out here. And even new drugs that, I mean, I heard about it before, but different drugs, I should say. For example, pink cocaine. That's something, you know, just came about, you know, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I don't know, but it just, I'm not in that realm, but, you know, I heard about it, and this pink cocaine is basically is a pink dye, and so I understand, you know, reading it online, you can go to the DEA, the United States Drug Enforcement Administration website, and it tells you about, you know, what pink cocaine is about. It says it could be a sweet smell. It's like a hallucinogenic. It has hallucinogenic effects. It's also called Tusi, TUSI, and you know, it's like, it's out here. It's just so many different drugs out here, and I believe that's cocaine mixed with fentanyl. I mean, it can be. Is other drugs, other mixtures as well, to give it that powder, that color. But it's crazy within the community. Not only just the cocaine, plain cocaine, but then you have pink cocaine. Already dealing with fentanyl, and it's, and unfortunately, a lot of the young people out here, they curious. It's in parties that they attend to, and then the people turn into drugs because of the peer pressure and stress they're going through. Yeah, I know money is tight out here and relationships is hard, or you're going through family situations. So you look for escape, whether it's alcohol or drugs. But it's not worth it at the end. Your body is a temple. It really is. And you have to take care of it. It's only one temple. And a lot of us abuse our bodies to the degree where now when you're old, you bad liver, bad kidneys, heart failure, all different types of ailments, you just breaking down from within. Me personally, I'm against drugs in general. I don't even like the prescription drugs, to heal your body. If you could avoid all of that with natural teas and stuff, definitely do it. But as far as these recreational drugs, is cocaine and fentanyl and LSD, angel dust, all of that stuff. A lot of people do that just to kind of get away. Number one, curiosity. And then that's step one. And then step two, you want to escape from reality. It gives you a false sense of relief. Let me take this hit. Let me take this snort. Let me smoke something. Calm my nerves. And then you become addicted to it. There's so many pitfalls in society to get you even addicted. Could be a simple thing as coffee, the caffeine. You have one cup, then you need it to wake up in the morning. Then you need an afternoon shot. Then you need an evening shot. Coffee. Things like this. There's so many pitfalls to get you addicted, to get you hooked on, concentrated on these other things instead of the natural way. Again, it's tough out here in these streets. No question about it. I get it. But it has to be a better way. Drugs destroy dreams. How many times you heard stories people was on the right path and then they get on these recreational drugs, go to a party or peer pressure. Next thing you know, they hook on drugs, whether crack or heroin or these Percocets and oxys, and the list goes on. Fentanyl, of course, that. People getting so addicted to these drugs that their hygiene is not the same. They more violent to family, friends, and foe. They lost all sense of discipline. How many times we have heard this before? And even witnessed it within our family, friends, and foe. And even the marijuana is different. Now, I know people love their weed. If you listen to my shows over the course of time, you know how I am against the weed. Nowadays, the weed is mixed with cocaine and fentanyl and all different types of embalming fluid. Just so many different things. And people are so addicted, we talking about weed, people are so addicted to it, they need a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I met a lot of people in my life that, me personally, females that is all about that weed and vaping and all that. For me, it's not for me. And even being involved in that. I find personally, on the side note, when me dealing with women with on marijuana or take weed, their hygiene is not up to par. Their insides, they don't smell good. Now they might not think so. They thinking, of course, they great, but when trust me, it's not the same. That thing comes out your pores. Your body is not the same. I find it, my personal experience. Maybe you guys, you men, dealt with women that smoking weed and their bodies is perfectly fine. They smelling good and they don't have dusty behavior. I'm talking about the women that smoke weed. Maybe you men found them to be wonderful, but in my personal experience, it haven't worked for me. Nor am I interested to really deal with weed heads. Personally, you do you, men. And also you men like dealing with women that is on these, that is really just functional junkies. They popping pills on Molly, but they still work, you know, coked out. I don't think women or men should be dealing, especially men or women that is not about that life anyway. They don't compensate your dignity and stand on business. Men or women dealing with the other partner that got these addictions. You live in a more of a pure life. You're not on taking these substances, but your significant other is, and you just accepting it. Nah, if they about that, that's on them. I don't think you should lower your standard. Personally, some things you got to draw a line in the sand, and me personally, drugs is one of them. Have I dealt with females that have taken these recreational drugs? I have, absolutely. I didn't, you know, in the day, it didn't work out. I had to go my way. But don't lower your standards, especially on that. That's just my personal opinion. Again, you do you. A lot of these individuals, men and women that on these recreational drugs, it impacts their, as I mentioned, relationships and their education and careers. Because you could get too deep into it. And a lot of times, it affects your brain. It's not, it can, and maybe it can, it will. Over time. And a lot of individuals are so hooked. They say they can get off, but they hooked. They go deeper that rabbit hole of drugs. Again, drugs destroy dreams. And a lot of people are stuck in neutral because of this. And that's within all of us, our families, friends, and foe. I know we know people that does these things. They use the excuse where it helps their depression and anxiety. There's all different teas that you can take to help your depression and anxiety. I just think that's a cop-out, personally, when there's natural products that can help you. Again, my personal opinion. What do Mr. Greatness know, right? One thing I do know is I'm not, at this stage of game, I'm not dealing with people like on that. I don't even really want to hang out with friends, so-called friends that is about that. Because I'm not about that. It defeats the purpose for me. for me. Again, you do what you do, and I do what I do. And let's see how far we go in life. There's so much going on in this world, and the younger people is introduced to these drugs at a very young age. And there's real stories about this all throughout social media. About I call it junkies. And they tell you the stories how they got hooked on these recreational drugs and how it destroyed their life. Now they're picking up the pieces. Don't let young people, don't let peer pressure get the best of you. Don't let life in general get you to the point of wanting to take these recreational drugs to take your mind off of the path of what you need to do. Don't let it happen. Don't let it get the best of you. I personally feel that, drugs is put out here to really destroy the population and keep them in the fog. My personal opinion, if the government wanted to totally get rid of the drugs, there'd be stiffer penalties for having it. 2, wouldn't even be put in this country, but it's allowed. My personal opinion is allowed. It is allowed to take you off of the path. As long as you stay cracked up or coked up or weeded up, even liquored up, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you won't focus on government issues. You won't be strong-minded to deal with in society. As long as you're in the fog, my personal opinion, the elitist has an advantage over you. Again, my personal opinion. What do Mr. Greatness know? So that is my 2 cents of it. Whether it's weed, cigarettes, coffee. But I know you like coffee. Come on, Mr. Greatness. You really? All of this is taking time out. For you, I give you an example with coffee. You coffee drinker, you gotta spend, look at the money you spending every week, every day, every month on coffee. Who's getting rich off of that? Is it you? Is it you getting rich off of drinking coffee? Somebody's capitalizing off of you. Look, we all got vices. Even Mr. Greatness, but I'm not vices in terms of drugs and stuff. Other simple-minded vices, food-related, but that's, I'm on the 12-step program with my food. All right, well, let's just say I love muffins. And that's not a good thing. We all have vices, but that's here nor there. That I'm really focused on the drugs today, ladies and gentlemen. So don't hate. Leave me alone. But the drugs out here, and the coffee again, that's a distraction. Government, you drinking coffee every day, you love your coffee. Look at the money that you spend every week and every month. But that's just a sidebar. But piggyback on the drugs, because that's the topic today. That can destroy you long term. And as long as the drugs is out here, that dumbs you down. That puts your mind in the fog. When humans is razor sharp mentally. Government cannot control the population, can't control the people because their minds is razor sharp. They drug free, alcohol free, so they can make changes. They can complain. They can even overturn government if need to be. But when you in a fog, in a drug addicted state, then you can't, obviously. You're not focused on it. You need your new hit. You need to pop some pills. You need to take your pink cocaine. You need to be weeded up. All of this is a distraction. What say you? Do you think so? And is Mr. Greatness off? You tell me. And there's not really much of a support with this. You're really on your own. Yeah, there's a few centers you can go to get cleaned up, or but it starts with you. And if you really want to get to the nuts and bolts of things, this society there's no religious foundation, truly belief in the Most High that can give you structure of not wanting to take drugs. See, the problem with our society, we don't, as a whole, we're not really religious no more. We don't really follow a way of life. We don't believe in a supreme being. We don't really read the Bible, well, the Quran or the Torah. There's no religious foundation. There's no belief system. There's no belief system in terms of following the Most High and practicing a clean life to have discipline. There's no discipline in order. So people do whatever they want. They are their own god and goddesses, as they will say. So when there's no structure, no foundation, you get people doing all different types of things. Now, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole and we start preaching, verses from the Bible and stuff like that. I really don't want to get into that part of things. But what I would say is you definitely need, in my personal opinion, a foundation, believing in the Most High, because that will give you structure. And personally, the reason why a lot of people don't have structure, there's no belief system. So people just wilding out here is like a train with no conductor. Again, it's like a train with no conductor. People just do as thy will. And this is another reason why you find out with the younger people out here, this is why they vaping, they snorting, they taking recreational drugs, popping mollies, ecstasy, those as the examples. Most of them don't believe in the supreme being. They don't read the scriptures. They just out here being their own gods and goddesses, for whatever that means. No discipline, no structure. So you get chaos. And this is part of the chaos. And there's no discipline too. There's no discipline. Choose life, not the lie. Choose life, not the lie. The lie is the drugs that put you in fantasy land. Life is living a healthy, pure mindset, being mentally strong, physically strong, emotionally strong. You can't get that if you popping pills or taking pink cocaine or cocaine for any matter, or heroin or LSD and angel dust. All of this puts you in the fantasy land. And then when you come down from it, you need a new hit. You get agitated more, depressed. More anxiety kicks in because you need another hit. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is what it is out here, and it's getting worse, making evil fair seeming. What are you going to do from this point forward? Are you going to change, or are you going to continue your wicked ways? Drugs kill dreams. And what about you individuals that are clean and sober, but you have a spouse or a friend or a family member that's taking these drugs and you just accepting it, pacifying the situation? Can't do that. You gotta let them go. If they don't want to change, you gotta let them go, because that will bring you down. And then you might get weak and say, okay, I try with you. I remember this beautiful young lady that I was seeing many moons ago. Beautiful, beautiful sister. Very, very beautiful. Very good heart. Very good heart, I have to say. And, we were seeing each other a while. But unfortunately, our paths was different. She had a lot of things going on. She was smoking cigarettes. I don't like really persons smoking cigarettes, but that's what I mean by sometimes compensating, lowering your standards. Very nice individual, beautiful spirit. I would have, if it was 20 years ago in a different light, we probably would have got married. Very, very good person, I have to say. But had some vices, unfortunately. But things didn't work out. We broke away. And I've seen her like a couple years ago. And unfortunately, she got on that cocaine. And I just seen her, just how like dried up she looked. Like, just if you understand what I'm talking about, dried up, like just body is different, just depleted. She didn't look just fresh, I heard she was on cocaine. She was on cocaine. And then when I seen her, she showed signs that she was twitching. But, we was talking and I asked, so how's life treating you and stuff like that. And then in conversation, she admitted indirectly that, she was taking that cane. And I was like, wow, look how, she kind of free falled backwards. And I think after we, separated or whatever, and, she, got with someone else, and then that someone else was in that life, and then she got attached to that person, and she started using the same cane that he was doing, I guess. But I don't know. I wish her the best of luck. Hopefully she's able to get off of that. But it's just in the New York minute, I would say, how people could spiral go off the deep end and just get into the drugs, and their life is basically going down a sad path. But she, like I said, she was I found a real genuine person, very nice and good natured and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's like, dag, man, 20 years ago, give or take, yeah, we definitely would have married her or offered, because both of us had a nice, good vibe. It was a nice, good vibe overall. It just, sometimes you be dealing with people and it's just different, I should say, different connections, different times. Sometimes the timing is off. So again, drugs it's a big thing, big thing that can destroy dreams, destroy families, destroy relationships, friends. So the moral of this story is, have people around you on that, you got to keep them away. I got so many, not so many, but quite a few family members that is on drugs and stuff. And I just stay away from them. Number one, they're going to ask me for money. I got nothing for them. And number two, you don't want them around you. I got stone cold junkie family members. Stone cold. It's not necessarily they young. They older people, older than me. Stone cold. And I stay clear from them. I don't even want them to have my number. I'm always changing up my numbers very often anyway. So I don't even want that energy. And neither should you. It's a serious thing. You don't even want to be in the house of a person that's smoking weed. That's me personally. All of that weed get attached to my clothes and stuff, and I gotta wash my clothes. People smelling weed on me, thinking I don't want that. That's just me, though. Y'all guys see things differently. That's you. Now, I know that caused controversy because there's a lot of weed smokers out here. It's just not my thing. It might sound hypocritical. I can handle that with guys. I don't smoke it, but with guys, I'm not obviously dealing with them like a female. So that's the obvious for me, pause. But, because they have their house, I got my house. But I just can't have that around me in my house. No, I can't deal with a female that's a smoker. I can't. Maybe you can, but I can't. But yeah, we gotta draw a line in the sand, ladies and gentlemen. Because it's bad out here. It really is. And it's getting worse. Because people's man is creating different types of synthetic drugs for you to partake. People doing all different types of weird stuff. Crushing up aspirins and snorting it. Taking cough syrup. All different types of crazy things. And it's put out here, my personal opinion, for a distraction. Take you off of the path. And the powers that be is doing a real good job. Because most of the population is in La La Land. I put it like that. So what are you going to do from this point on? If you don't, what are you going to do if you're non-smoker or you don't take drugs? Are you still going to hang around family, friends, and foes that's about that life? What about you individuals that is on these drugs? Are you going to stop? Or continue until you pass on? What say you? Like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London, both of those on YouTube. Obviously, support us with the Oracle 19 podcast on all social media platforms. iHeartRadio, which is all over the world. Google, Apple, Spotify for creators. Amazon Music, just to name a few. Subscribe to all of my social media platforms. Pass the word of all my social media platforms. Don't be selfish about my social media platforms. Help me to help you to help us. Thank you for listening.